Here's a very important question. What you desire, what you claim you desire, do you actually deserve it? I did a training earlier for my team, and we talked for about 45 minutes to an hour about many subjects, but this was one of them. Everyone, I want to make $1 million. I want to make 100K. I want to be successful in my career, whatever it is. Do you actually deserve it though? If I followed you for a week and logged, just fly on the wall. Okay, what are you doing every moment from the moment that you go to sleep to wake up to every single thing that you do throughout the day? Do you actually deserve it? Because in a way, I hate that word and I can't stand it. You get what you earn and what you work for. Nobody deserves anything. Why? Because delusion has entered the world of deserving a long time ago. Everybody deserves, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that, I deserve $1 million, I deserve a luxury life and $1 million and this and that and 10 kids and the perfect wife or life or whatever. No, nobody deserves any of that. You're going to have to earn it. And somehow that's hate speech. Too aggressive, too blunt, too honest. All the nonsense that people have tried to label me over the years. But answer that question right now. Do you actually deserve it? Because when I ask people that, 99% of people flinch for a second and they have to think. And I say the fact that you even got to think about it means you don't. Because that leads to bad emotional states, feeling lazy, not wanting to work. Why? Because you yourself are not putting in the work and you know it. You want that physique, you're going to have to work out. You're going to have to follow your diet and measure your food and track your calories and all that if in 90 days you want the six-pack or whatever it is. I'm ripped year round. Why? Because I've created a system that I follow and I uphold it to the highest priority. So do I deserve a good physique and to look fresh for my age? Absolutely. Because I do all the things that I need to do every single day and I avoid the things that I'm not supposed to do. Same thing with my income. Do I deserve my income going up and growing my team and building this business and that business? Yes, because I work at it every single day on the clock, on my schedule, and I do it without, do you deserve to grow your YouTube channel? Absolutely, because I'm crushing it with my consistency and I have for years. So whether I start over or it's my old channel or my new channel, they are going to grow. My fitness channel, growing, was monetized. This new channel in about 2 months is already more than halfway to being monetized. My first big channel that had 200,000 subscribers took over 2 or 3 years to get monetized. But I'm working for everything that I got. Are you? Let's get real about this thing. We have to look ourselves in the mirror at some point and take full 100% responsibility. Is life going to happen? Absolutely. You see, but that X factor right there, which by the way affects everybody, we can't use that as an excuse. We start using things that are outside of our control as an excuse, when in reality, if you pulled the lever of what you can control the hardest, and you went above and beyond with, man, I'm going to track my calories to weigh my food, I'm going to take it super serious, dude, you'd be ripped in 30 to 60 days if you wanted to do that. Oh, my company requires me to make 50 calls a day. Oh, how about you make 300 or 500 calls a day? Now it doesn't matter what happens on the outside. You're going so above and beyond. You are, without a doubt, destined for greatness at some point. Because every day that you do that is a giant step forward that you're taking to get closer to what it is that you want. You see, but we have to add that up because there's a rolling average. Math comes in here. If you give extraordinary effort 2% of the time, nothing's going to change. But if you give extraordinary effort 90, 85% of the time, 80% of the time, 99% of the time, well, guess what? You're going to have extraordinary results. Because people forget, you say you want to make 100K right now in sales, real estate, entrepreneur, whatever. That's not easy. That's like top 10% income, top 12% or whatever it is. Most people are not doing that. You get 100 people in a room, only 10 of them are earning higher than 6 figures, roughly. That's not easy. So you have to ask yourself, if that's a goal, are you actually putting in that effort every single day, consistently? Because the blueprint's out there. I give it to people. I've given it to people for 13 years. But very few people follow it. They'll follow it for a day, a week, a month, maybe. Oh, I'm not there yet. You really think it was that easy? I bought a Lamborghini many years ago. It's crazy. 8 years ago now. Owned it for 3 years. I worked my ass off for that thing. Did I deserve it? Hell yeah, I did. I generated enough money, bought my previous car, sold it, rolled it in, ended up putting over 6 figures as a down payment on it. Where did I get that money from? From working my ass off. All the real estate that I bought, do I deserve it? Absolutely. Because I earned the money that then I used to buy it. The freedom that I have now, even though I work my tail off every single day, the freedom and lifestyle that I've created, do I deserve it? Absolutely. Because I work for it and I envisioned it. And I did in proportion to the result that I wanted, because that's the key here. You got to give in proportion to what you want. You want the top of anything, you got to give top level effort and action and consistency and discipline and all that stuff. You want that top percent physique. Like I think I saw somewhere, it was like less than only a couple percent of people over 40, because I'm over 40 now, have like a visible six-pack. So I'm one of them. It's like, wow, it's like less than 4% or something. That's pretty cool. So I'm already in, but again, when I look at my effort, my discipline, my lifestyle, it's probably in the top 4%. Going to bed early, waking up early, the amount of exercise, again, being methodical with the quality of food that I put in, being reasonable about how I eat, and just being so mindful about these things, it makes sense. It makes sense. But you have to look, are you giving in proportion to how you want to receive? I'll say that again. Are you giving in proportion to how you want to receive? If you want that Lamborghini, are you giving Lamborghini effort? Or are you just fooling yourself? What are you doing here? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people think, and this is why it's so important you have the right people around you. When I'm around people in the fitness area and category, they're honest and raw with me. You can work on this, you can do this, right? They're not, what do we do nowadays? We gas each other up. I could be an average looking person. I go online, oh, you're so good looking, especially women. Oh, you're so beautiful, this and that. It's like, no, dude, you're average. You look okay. You look average. Oh, but that's offensive. You can't say. See, that's causing the delusion. And that category is simple that everybody can relate to, but we do that financially, with our weight, with everything. Asking people, oh, am I putting in enough effort? Oh, you're working your ass off. No, you're not, dude. Because even the 8-hour days that you put in, that's what everybody does. And out of those 8 hours, how hard are they working? What do they say on average? 8 hours at the workplace, people put in an hour and a half of work or something, 2 hours tops. That's terrible efficiency. So even if I wanted to thrive in that environment, out of the 8 hours, let me work my ass off for 7 out of those 8. Guarantee you that dude or that person is going to get promoted and rise to the top because they're doing way more than everybody else. That's the way I looked at it. Everyone else is working 8 hours. I'm going to work 12 or 14 hours because after a year or two, I'm going to create such a gap between me and everybody else. They're not going to catch me. They're taking weekends off. I'm working minimum all of Saturday and half of Sunday. I'm getting an extra day and a half per week plus the extra hours that I'm putting in every single weekday. Therefore, I'm adding an extra 2 or 3 work days a week. Extrapolate that over a year or two. You see? That's what happens. But you got to approach this thing scientifically. This whole manifestation mindset has just corrupted people. You want to manifest something, you have to create it in your mind's eye, and then guess what? In the real world that we all share an existence in, you got to put in the work to match it. You don't just magically think your way to getting a $20,000 paycheck in your mailbox. You got to work for it, but you first have to imagine it. Jim Carrey wrote that check to himself. Example of the inner image. What did he do? He worked his ass off until he got the gigs to, again, be able to cash that check later on. That story might not even be true, but it serves to prove the point. Imagination, right? Creation of the idea, outward action, work, hustle to match it. Manifestation done. There you go. Inner and outer world. Not sitting here meditating on your couch. Oh, I'm going to get paid. It's going to come up under my pillow. Grow up. You're still going to believe the Disney fairy tale? So again, you get what you deserve. So if you get what you deserve, we just are, oh, I deserve so much more. So if you're at where you're at right now and you're not happy, it's what you deserve currently. And it's tough a lot of times because when things are going good, it's weird. It's like it's flipped. A lot of times people have good things going for them and it's like, oh, I don't deserve it. I'm getting fear of success or whatever other nonsense that people say. But then when they're in shitty circumstances, oh, well, I deserve so much more. It's like, dude, accept both. When you're doing well, accept it, champion it. When you're doing bad, accept it too and say you got to step your game up. Because the flow of life is never going to stop. Life is dynamic. There's no stagnant state in the universe, right? It's like this. It's all over the place. So if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, any little tick up and down, I know is temporary. I'm still going to commit to what I'm doing because ultimately that's what gets me to the promised land. And if you keep that mindset, you'll be unstoppable.